I did my biggest mistake. Hi Victoria, this side again, and this time I'm back with an update regarding my surgery, regarding my journey, my transition, everything. It's all about my journey, my experiences, um, whether that be about my sex reassignment surgery, whether that be about my life, my personal life, that I'm still alive. Yeah, it's an update that I'm still alive because you know there are people out there who knows me and has no contact with me. They don't even know where I am now. And this video is a message to all of them that I'm still alive and I'm living in Delhi all alone by myself. I'm trying my best to live the best life that I could. And for that, I am trying my best to be in any field, like that's be my, whether that be about my professional jobs, whether that be about the freelance work that I do, such as modeling, beauty pageants, acting. Even I was privileged enough to have the chance to act in front of the camera for once, and this is going to be my first ever experience in acting industry also. And I'm really excited that maybe I would be able to continue these things in the future because this is what I love to do. Anyways, this is an update about my surgery that I had recently. If you don't know, I got operated, which means I'm not a pre-op anymore. I'm a post-op, which means I had my sex reassignment surgery already. मतलब bottom surgery हो चुकी है. I know there's few trans women out there who really wants to know, about the process, about the type of surgeries and the cost of the surgery. My talking about my surgery, it was kind of complicated at the time of billing. To be very honest, it was so difficult for me to get a discharge because of some mistakes that I've done, which I regret, to be very honest. I would definitely be careful in the future about these things. And yeah, I would love to share this with you all through this video. So let's get started with the very first thing about this beauty path. I was about to say beauty pageant. So very first section of this video is about the beginning. The beginning is about my childhood. It's a brief of my introductions, where I come from, how I grew up, where I belong to. I belong to a very remote village of my state, Arunachal Pradesh, so which is called Miglo. And yeah, I belong to Miglo village from Arunachal Pradesh, East Siang district. And I remember my childhood was not that great. I grew up in below poverty line background, and I still remember my mother used to go daily to the farm to get food for the family, for my siblings, as I've never seen my father, my biological father. He passed away a week before I was born. I heard from someone else, from an aged lady, you know, very old age one. She was telling me, how grown up the child has become, and so sad that a week before his birth, his father passed away. I heard that once back in my childhood. And my mother passed away when I was only 11 years old, back in 2016. And I know it was so difficult for me. And I think for me, it was a little bit more easier to come out as a trans woman because my parents were not there. So, in compared to other children, other people who struggle a lot because they don't want to hurt their parents' feelings by coming out as a trans. And I think it was a little bit easier for me to come out in front of the family because I had my sister, my I have my sister and brother, and I remember when I started coming out back in lockdown, I called my sister through call and I told her I want to transition. I'm so tired of my life like this. I cannot pretend anymore. What I feel is what how I feel. I can't pretend anymore. And she was like, "What? Don't be kidding!" Like she was saying like that. But then she started sobbing, and even I started sobbing like so badly. And after that, we never had this conversation again. It was so too awkward to even talk about this. And yeah, after that, I started expressing myself more openly, and that is how my journey started. Started with an online beauty pageant called Miss Trans Global. If you search my name on YouTube, you would find Miss Trans Global India 2020. My old videos are there posted in their YouTube channel, which is a virtual international beauty pageant for trans women. But now it has become a physical pageant where they got to travel to UK to participate and represent their country. But now, talking about my, you know, experience at the pageant, it was a eye-opening moment for me, and definitely the contestant out there has inspired me a lot to gain the enough confidence and courage to come out. And I give my whole credit, the credit of my whole journey to the organization, Miss Trans Global platform, because I don't think so I would have gotten that courage to come out without them. Because of them, I was able to come out at the age of 17. And I can't tell you how difficult it was at that time. You know, you don't have a job, you don't have the money, but still you're fighting, from your relatives, you're fighting from yourself to come out and live your life the way you want to. You're fighting from the society, from their judgment. It was so difficult. When you try to transition now, you don't look feminine at all. You would be someone who would be considered as a crazy person in the eyes of the society. But things good things takes time, and that I've learned from my experience. And since then, I didn't stop. I was there, trying my best to be the person that I wanted to be. And of course, I was started loving myself. The more I grow, the more I evolve. And the result is here after years of transformation. You know, good things do take time. Don't be sad about the fact that the way you are looking at the moment, that you are not beautiful enough, you are not feminine enough, which you dream to be. Don't be sad about it. Everything takes time. Just follow the right way, follow the right path, so you could achieve the right destination, and that is how you would achieve your bright future. Coming back to the topic, that is how my pre-op journey started, and I came to Delhi. It was so difficult for me to set up everything, because at the very same time I had so many things to do, beauty pageants, my dreams. You know, beauty pageant has always been a part of my life, and because it was, it is my dream to be a beauty queen. Because beauty pageant has made me, it has encouraged me, inspired me a lot, and I don't think so I'll ever leave beauty pageant because I truly admire beauty pageant. A platform like that always empower, not just financially, but it really does mentally, physically, emotionally, and that's the best part about beauty pageants. As per my experience, it's been a while that I've been into beauty pageants uh, twice. Yeah, once in Mumbai and one in Guwahati, and then the national pageant Miss Trans in India in Gurgaon. So yeah, it was a great experience. Oh God, I got distracted. I got distracted again with beauty pageants because I'm so much obsessed with it. Coming to the next section of this video, that is about preparations and management. First of all, I had one surgery back in 2023, which was my breast augmentation or breast implant. So the experience was, very good, to be very honest, because when I got my surgery, when I opened my eyes, I was so happy. I didn't know, but I was so much in pain at the time. Anesthesia was there, due to which I didn't feel that much pain right after I woke up, but dizziness was there, discomfortness was there with my face because the blood were coming out again. And yeah, of course, I was super happy to know about that. Yes, finally, I got my first surgery. It was so difficult because I had to save up so much, you know, so much amount of money to get operated, because for a trans woman or for anyone living in a city like Delhi, to save up is the most difficult task you will ever experience when you don't have any background support, when you don't have anyone with you. You are just living your life alone, earning it by yourself and trying to save it up for your surgeries. And that is so difficult. I don't know how I did. And then a year later, back in this March 2025, I got my biggest surgery, which is sex reassignment surgery. It was being delayed for months and weeks, like due to which I was so depressed that this is not happening. This is not happening. In my mindset, it was like that. I was so sad about it. That I'm here. I'm trying all my best. I'm trying to achieve it, but still, it's not happening. Sometimes it's about the amount. Sometimes it's about my health. Sometimes it's about the lack of information. Sometimes it's about the methods. The whole process is quite complicated, or you don't know where to go and who to ask about. Which hospital has the best surgeon? Are they safe? Or how good is the review of that hospital? To do all this research, it took me a year. I somehow, scheduled my appointment date to get in touch with the doctor to inquire about my surgery. And then what happened is we got the date, and of course we got the information, but I was not sure about it because I didn't have that much amount complicated. And then at the end I was you know I was told that you can get your surgery through your company's insurance card. And that's where I did my biggest mistake so far. I trusted, and I, of course, I agree with it. And then of course I was so much greedy for my surgery that I didn't think about anything else. And then the next story will be posted in next video.